Welcome to the Audiobook Lovin Series, a month-long event celebrating the authors and narrators that bring romance stories to life. Listen along as Viviana, Enchantress of Books, interviews your favorite writers and voices, shares special guest posts, and stay tuned for some special information at the conclusion of the episode.
Hi, everyone. My name is Stephanie Németh-Parker, and I'm sharing my top 5 reasons why I love being a narrator. Brought to you by Audiobook Lovin, hosted by Viviana, Enchantress of Books. Reason number 1 that I love being an audiobook narrator is that I am an actress and I get to play all the parts. I've been acting since I was 6 years old when I wrote my first play. I got a degree in theater. I went to LA to pursue an acting career, then met the love of my life and ended up in Switzerland, where I wasn't really able to follow my passion. So when I found audiobooks, it was like a dream come true. I could not only play parts that I would be cast in normally, but all of the other parts as well. So I get to be evil and old and young and fun and extroverted. And I get to play the guys, which is so much fun. All of these things that I'm not yet. I will be old soon. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons. Reason 2 is that I am a book lover. I started my own library in my closet when I was about 10 years old. So all of the neighborhood kids would kind of come around and check out books from my closet of books. So, yeah, and when I was in high school, I used to walk down the halls just with my head in a book. I was extremely introverted, am extremely introverted, and would read all the time. So, one of my first books at 10, which kind of helped shape my high school reading career, was Christine by Stephen King. And yeah, terrified me, but I was captivated and I loved it. And yeah, I absolutely love books and don't know what I would do without them. Reason 3, I love a good story. So when I try to tell people about things that happen to me, I don't always get it out right. So when I have a book to read, someone who's already thought of everything already, and it's just me relaying that story, I love that aspect of it because I'm only working on the presentation of it and not kind of the conjuring up of the words. So I just get to play and bring all of those people and characters and situations to life. And I love that aspect of it. Reason 4 is that being an audiobook narrator has kind of given me a second leash on life. I was a stay at home mom for 18 years and staying at home for me, I know other people handle it differently, but my whole life revolved around my family, my children, my husband, and I kind of ended up losing myself a little bit. So being an audiobook narrator has allowed me to have something of my own that I absolutely love and enjoy. And I don't agree with people that say, when you're doing something you love, it's not work anymore. Oh, it's work. It's definitely work because you want to do a good job at what you're doing. But do I love going to work every day? Abso-freaking-lutely, I do. It's the best job ever. So it's allowed me to create an identity for myself that I didn't have before, or that I had not had for several years while taking care of my family. Reason 5 is the people I get to work with. My peers, the other audiobook narrators in this community who are extremely supportive and helpful in so many ways. I don't find that. I haven't found that in a lot of other communities. Actors in LA was cutthroat and brutal. I had a very famous actor tell me once, you have to be a shark in LA because otherwise you will be eaten alive. And that is definitely not the case in this community. People are giving and supportive and they're just there for you. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have. So, yeah, those are my 5 reasons for why I love being an audiobook narrator. And yeah, Thanks for having me. Thanks for listening.
The Audiobook Lovin podcast has special Patreon incentives. Join today to receive early access to podcast episodes, exclusive content with our guests, and much more. Support the podcast by becoming a Patreon at www.patreon.com/audiobooklevin. Thank you for your support. Thank you for joining us on the Audiobook Lovin Series, hosted by Viviana, Enchantress of Books. We hope you have enjoyed this episode as well as the series. We've included audio samples of our guests' work within the post for you to check out. Please make sure to visit the main page, link within the post, to learn more about the series, the authors, and the narrators. Please consider leaving a review wherever you listen to this series if you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to follow us on our social media platforms and subscribe to the Viviana, Enchantress of Books newsletter. Until next time, happy listening. Audiobook Lovin hopes you've enjoyed this program.